Hey guys and gals, welcome back to another Vinny Built Structures video. This is going to be part 3 of the gas station renovation. I am going over a lot of detailed stuff that I am doing to this gas station, including more graphics and so on and so forth. I also have a small mail call. I just want you guys to know that if you make a comment for something that might be good to change, let me know. Just like I did with the stripes for the handicap parking spaces on this gas station. Roy Hardwick brought it up that the striping should be blue. I said okay, so I got in touch with Highways and Byways and I asked them if they would do blue stripes, and guess what? They did do them, and I just got them yesterday, and we'll open this up as you can see. And I did look at what was in here yesterday, and basically there is a letter from Mark, who is one of the owners right here, and this letter says that he thanks my viewers, or in particular Roy Hardwick, for making the suggestion for the blue stripes. So he wants to thank me for suggesting it to them, and they did do it, and they made it both in HO and N scale. So let's take a look and see what they are. Let's see what I tell you, look at the shape of this envelope. That's how I got it in the mail. Anyhow, let's see what we got here. He does try and protect it by putting them in cardboard and also in an envelope. And they will be including these. They will be including this in the parking lot graphics kit. But here they are. Oh, you know what? You guys might not be able to see it. Dang, let's see if I turn that off. Maybe. No, you're not going to see it. Dang it. All right, you know what? I'll switch cameras. Let's see. Let's go to this camera here, because this camera, you'll be able to see them. And there you go. HO and N scale. And these will be included. They will be included in parking lot graphics kit. Anyhow, I did not put them on the layout because, like I said, I wanted to show you guys these first. And boy, the N scale is really tiny. Wow. All right, anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and do this, and then I will bring you down to the model and show you everything that I have done in this video to make this gas station look a little bit more realistic, and so on and so forth. So stay tuned, and we will be back shortly. All right, guys, I am going to continue to do some detailing on this gas station build that I'm doing. Because the area that's going to be in is going to be pretty well detailed as far as lighting goes, and trees and all kinds of stuff like that. So that being said, there's a gas station exactly like this right across the street from, I don't remember if it's the intermodal yard or if it is the auto rack facility. Anyhow, whichever it is, I decided that I'm going to add another little detail. And that is, I'm going to put a retaining wall right there, which is this stuff right here. Put it up like that. Now, I'm not just going to put it up just like that. What I'm going to do is I am going to add this plastic plastruct. It's random stacked stone. And let me show you what that looks like. I'll take a small piece out. But this is what it's going to look like. So I thought it was just like a little extra detail that I wanted to do. Now this piece is number 149 evergreen, and it measures 3.5 feet this way and 6 inches this way. So I think that would make a good retaining wall. Once I put the random stone on here, it will make this a little bit thicker also. So anyhow, that being said, I'm going to go ahead and start doing that, and I'll bring you back when that's done. So stay tuned, we'll be right back. Alright guys, as I am waiting for the random stone wall to dry, I'm going to start assembling these air conditioning units. There's two of them, one there and this one here. I'm going to show you how to build them basically. It's going to be kind of tough, so I'm going to have my little tweezers to help me out here. Anyhow, let's get going with this. Alright guys, so this is what we look like with the stack stone or random stone, whatever you want to call it. I think it's called stack stone. Anyhow, we're going to attempt to put some color on this guy. I don't want to leave him this color. I mean, I could if I want to because it's like a light gray. But I want to see if we can make a little bit different color on here. So I'm going to use these three colors. I got country gray, and I got nutmeg brown, and I got warm buff. Now, I think what I'm going to do is just do some like watered down colors. And so we're going to start with the brown. And again, I'm going to use just a cap for the paint. Back this out just a little bit. The other way. There you go. And I got some cups of water back here. So what I'm going to do basically is I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to wet it and we'll put it in the paint, and then we're just going to dab it off and just go right down. And I don't know how. Alright, and I'm going to take this paper towel and kind of wipe it off a little bit. And you can see it got a little bit of the brown on there. I got to do the same thing to the other side. Put it down from there. Do that. And I don't want to overpower the color. So I'm going to add 2 more colors on top of that. I just want like a tint of the color on there. I've never done this before, guys, so you're learning just as I am. All right. Right now, hopefully this will work. I'm going to take my gray. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to use a different brush and a different little cup of water. And we're going to do the same thing. I didn't wait for the other paint to dry. I just went right over it with this paint right here. And we do the same thing on the other side. And I really won't be able to tell how this looks until it dries. I'm just trying to get some variation in color in here, because these stones are not all the same color, at least not what I've seen. Alright, we're going to let that go for a minute. Now we'll take our third color, which is the warm buff, and we'll trade out the water for him, and again use a different brush. Now a lot of you guys may have your own techniques for doing this. I've never done this before, so it's the first for me. So I went from darker to lighter. And that's all we're going to do on that. And then we're just going to flip him over and do the same exactly on the other side. And we'll let that go just like it is for now. Alright guys, next step for this is to go ahead and put a cap on it. And so we're going to go ahead and do that. And I got some end pieces also. So I'm just going to add some glue on this very carefully. I'm just switching back and forth with my glues, because they both seem to work just fine for me. Okay, so we're going to take this and, oops, stand up. You don't want to stand up. Alright, and we're just going to, now I already painted this, as you can see there's white on that side and the gray on that side. It's the same color as the foundation. Alright, and just put him right on top of there. Go. And I got these two little end pieces to cover up the ends, and then the final thing would be we'll adhere it to this platform. before we do that, I'm going to show you a little something here that'll help you guys out a little bit, maybe with some detailing. Let's get this out of here. Now, while this is drying up, I'm going to show you how to add a little more detail to your concrete pad over here. Alright, this is a number 3 mechanical. I think it's the lightest you can get. I'm going to put some cracks in the sidewalk. Now you can do this with a knife, but if you're going to do it with a knife, you need to do it before you paint. Otherwise you're going to have white marks in there. So I chose to do it with this pencil. So anytime you do a crack in a sidewalk or something like that, it always starts from a corner. So with that being said, all we're going to do is just going to take this pencil and we're just going to draw a little squiggly line like that, and then a little bit like that, and just do some random places to do this. You don't have to be an artist. We don't want to make it look too dilapidated. Just enough to give it a little bit of detail. I'm going to try and make this the last part of this build, only because I'm going to be doing a layout update also, and I don't know if I'll do it on this video or if it'll be in the next video. Anyhow, without tipping this over too far, I don't know if you guys can see a line there, and a line there, 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 and there, and there. Just enough to give it a little bit of detail, and it doesn't look bad if you use the number 3 mechanical pencil. That's the lightest and the skinniest lines you can get, as far as I know. Alright, so now we can go ahead and do these 2 end pieces. First we need to trim this off right to the end, and trim him off right to the end, just like that. And now I'll just go ahead and take these 2 little guys and put them on here. I'm also going a little bit long on the bottom and a little bit long on the top, so when I trim it down it'll be perfect size. And whenever you can do something like that, guys, it's always good to do. Alright, and then we'll do the same thing on this end piece right here. Okay, we're going to let that dry for a minute. We're getting close to being the end of this video right now, or this build I should say. When I get as much as I can done on here, I'm going to put it out in a layout to show you how it's going to look. The reason why I'm doing so much detail on this, in fact this whole area is going to get a lot of detail, is because when you're standing in my layout you're going to see this right up in your face. So I want to make sure that you see everything that I'm doing. Alright, while this is drying, we're going to go on to the next step. Alright guys, while we're waiting for that retaining wall to dry, I did put the air conditioners together, and I was having a problem, as you saw at the very beginning when I was doing these. For some reason or another, the base that's supposed to go in here was not making me have a square fit. So I just went ahead and put it together without the bottoms, because you're not going to see it anyhow when it sits in its respective spot. Anyhow, I really like this kit. There's a lot of stuff on here that I want to show you guys. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this, but right here they actually added the electrical connector for the air conditioning system. I thought that was pretty cool. Plus, with the kit, you're going to get an ice box. This looks like it might be some sort of a vending machine. Then you have, let's see, then you have this guy here, which is the electrical meter. And then of course I got more bollards I need to put on there. I don't know what these guys are. By the way, I finally did get some instructions for this kit. And I've been looking for this, and there's nowhere in the instructions that have these pieces right there. Anyhow, here's another little vent that's going to go on the roof, and there's one more that I saw somewhere else. Maybe on here. Nope. Anyhow, these guys that I thought were for something else actually are the tops of the gas pumps. So we'll take care of that also. Anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and I'm not going to glue these air conditioners in place, only because I want to put some weathering on it. And I did spray these with a gray paint, and they have bosses inside of here where they would fit. And I'm going to aim them both with the electrical connector going towards the middle, only because if I may want to put some some piano wire in there to represent conduit. Anyhow, that's what it's going to look like. And then this guy will sit on top of here, of course. And I still need to touch that up right there. Anyhow, I am waiting for the blue stripes to come in. Today's Tuesday, Tuesday the 19th of July. And as soon as those blue stripes get here, we can go ahead and do that. And also, back here, well, I'm going to do it and then show it to you when it's done. Think you'll appreciate it. Anyhow, stay tuned, and we will be back shortly. All right, guys. Now it is time to go ahead and put our retaining wall or decorative wall or whatever you want to call it onto the side of the foundation. What I did was I did clamp it down here in the front, and I put a 1, 2, 3 block on here just to keep it from moving, because I'm going to use these guys to hold this up against that. Anyhow, it don't matter which glue I use. Right now I'm still using the Fowler or Fowler, whatever. Putting my pin up on the wall there. Alright, so let's begin. Alright, we'll even it up in the front here. And now we'll just take my 1, 2, 3 blocks and put him up against there, and against there. So we'll give this a little while to dry up, and we'll see how it's going to look. Anyhow, I did make my handicap spots a little wider. As you can see, I still got the masking tape on there. Anyhow, we're almost going to be done with this video for today. I don't know if I'm going to do another video on the completion of it. I should, but we'll see how it goes. I still got more bullets to put here and here. I still need to add the tops of the gas pumps, and so on and so forth. Anyhow, with all that being said, we'll be back shortly. Alright guys, what you're looking at right now is a aerial view of what this gas station is going to look like. Let's start over on this side here, and as you can see, I added back here some more highways and byways graphics, the red line and no parking. I added a couple of dumpsters. These vent pipes still need to get a little paint. I'm going to paint them steel color or aluminum color or something like that. Then here is the access to the tanks, the underground tanks for the semis to load up. And also we have the retaining wall that I showed you guys earlier. Now, move around to the front side here. And as you can see, I have put the blue stripes on the handicap spots. And thank you, Roy Hardwick, for that little information. I did leave a little space right here. And also there'll be a space right here where there'll be no parking. So anyhow, I did put the tops on the gas pumps. All my bollards are in, as you can see. And we'll come around to this side here, and this is a shot of the roof, and you can see that both air conditioners are in there, and also the kitchen vent is up there. Anyhow, I'll go ahead and put the canopy on, and you guys can get an overall view of what this looks like. And then the next step is we'll take this out to the layout, and I'll show you the whole area that this is all going to go into. So there you go. There is pretty much a completed gas station. I still got to add some more details. But oh, by the way, I did put the glazing in the windows. Let's see, dumpsters, the handicap, the AC units, access to tanks. Yeah, I got it all. Anyhow, the next part of this video, we're going to be out in the layout, and I'll show you guys what this is going to look like and what the area, what I have intentions to do in the area that this is going to be in. So stay tuned, and we'll be back shortly. Alright guys, one thing I forgot to mention, during the video I showed you how I drew cracks in the concrete, and if you guys look, you can see pretty much, let's see, there's one over here, I'm backwards, and there's one over here, and another one over here. Let's see if I turn this around a bit. Can you see them? There you go. So you got one up here, you got here, here, and a few others along here. So it's just a little detail that will make your model look a lot better. Anyhow, let's get this out to the layout and see what it looks like in the area that's going to go to. Be right back. Hey guys and gals, welcome back to my layout. So as I promised you during this video that I would take you out here and show you how the gas station is going to look on the layout and everything that's going to be going on in that area. So without further ado, let's turn this camera around and get started. We'll be right back. Alright guys, we're back out here in the layout, and as you can see, there's the gas station in all its glory. Anyhow, we're going to start here at the gas station, and the first place we're going to come to across this little road, and this little road right here is going to come across to this side, come down here as a service road for the employees, and also so we can get to the new cars that I'm going to park there. There's 15 cars right there, and I'll show you more as we continue on with this video. There'll be enough room for 8 cars on each track, and way back there where that fire truck is, I intend to have a firehouse. The 2 buildings next to it are DPM buildings, and then we start with the Walthers Merchant Rows. There's 2 of them there and another there. These roads are only going to go to the back to access the backs of the buildings, and I think I mentioned the Dairy Queen and the Taco Bell. Anyhow, let's see what we got that are going to be added to the scene. We got a couple track bumpers that are going to go on here, and then we also have some street lights and trees and more trees, and then we got some tufts that we're going to put in there. Then as I mentioned, there's another 50 cars right there. The only problem with these are that they are 1/150th. But that's okay because they're not going to be parked next to any other N-scale items. Now, I got a couple more items I want to show you that's going to dress up this area. These are LEDs that are going to go inside the buildings. And then I have this copper strip, 2-sided copper strip I'm going to use to lay down on the inside of the building so I can wire these LEDs up a lot easier. Anyhow, with all that being said, I hope you guys and gals enjoyed this video. And as always, your questions, comments, input, subs, shares, and likes are always welcome. For now, that's all folks. BNSF 6951 out.